Hi guys. So I wanted to come up here and tell you all about this new book coming out. I already mentioned it a few times, but it's coming out October 12th. It is actually a novel, 60 chapters, about 150 pages, I guess. And I know it's not the best, but it is my first work. Well, not my first actual novel of a work. Uh, it is called 12 Summers Gone, and I am making this video to tell you all about it. Stay tuned because at the end I will tell you how to publish your own book and your own creation if you have one or if you have an idea. I can tell you exactly how to get there. Okay. So first off, I just want to talk about 12 Summers Gone is obviously, as I've stated before, inspired off of the Disney XD show, or Teletoon if you live in Canada, Camp Lake Bottom, okay? And the thing about Camp Lake Bottom that I found very, very interesting is the characters. The characters' personality, their development through the series, the way they formed a very close bond with each other. And that's the thing. The only thing that it did lack was a story. It had a plot. It really had a plot, but it didn't have a plot that really stuck in people's brain. It was more of a, I can watch this, like, for example, you could watch any episode of Camp Lake Bottom and still not be behind because there wasn't really a plot to it. It wasn't a continuing plot, you know? And that's the one thing I feel like it missed. That and the fact that they didn't go deeper into the characters. That's the thing I didn't like myself. Is, for example, you have Gretchen, right? And she's this very, 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 how do I say it, badass character. She has this whole face guard and everything. She has this whole guard up to make herself seem as, like, you know, sorry about the acne, by the way. Really bad around this time of year. For some reason, I don't know why. I wash and everything, I really do. But anyway, Gretchen, she's a very complex character because she has this guard up that really just hides. She tries to hide everything, and it's like anytime any kind of emotional, any subtle emotional context come into play, she'll quickly shove it off because because she doesn't feel the love from her parents in the first place, which makes her act out towards others. And I know it's not like confirmed because, you know, like I said, the show wasn't really deep, but like I said, it had a lot of potential to be deep because especially the one episode, I forget what it was called, but oh, well, I remember, Meet the Parents. I think is what it's called. Gretchen's parents come to visit her, and they're like famous movie stars or whatever, and the whole time she's secretly upset, but she barely shows it because her parents show her little to no attention at all, and that just makes her, you know, act out in these ways. And it's like, and she even tried to like comfort McGee about it, but you know, because it's a cartoon, they couldn't let it go too deep. McGee just plays it off as a joke because he's not as deep as a character as Gretchen. He's not as mature as well. He also kind of takes everything as a joke, and that's kind of where this goes into, but it's a lot deeper. So 12 Summers Gone, right? 12 Summers Gone, created by me. Like I said, inspired by Camp Lake Bottom, and it basically starts out with our main character named Dawson Reed. He ends up going to this camp called Camp Pine Lake. Okay. By the way, I just want to say for context, this book is actually, well, novel is actually based in the 70s. It's based in the 70s, and it's based right here in North Carolina. It's based in Bailey, North Carolina, off of a camp called Camp Charles. That's what I decided to base it off of. But anyway, I can't give too much about the story, but here's the little things I can tell you. You will read comedy, romance, thriller, action, tragedy, devastation, depression. Let me name anything else I know. Conflicting emotion, backstory issues, and many more. I will say I'm pricing this book at $15, which I think is fair. I don't think it's too much, but like I'm not genuinely like, forcing anyone to buy my book. It's just that's just what I decided to price it at. And if you would love to buy it, please do. I would be so ever grateful. Especially tell me what you guys think about it as well if you get the chance to buy it and read it. I would love to hear feedback on it, really. Again, you have to remember this is like my first novel, so it's not the best, but it is, it's out there. It's not out there. It's very realistic as well. And it's also very complex storyline. This is actually not my first work. My first work is World of Wonders. I started that beginning of junior year. That's when I started World of Wonders. I started creating the characters and the plot and all that. But that's for another video. I'll tell you guys about that later. But I can't really do much with World of Wonders right now because it's going to be an animated cartoon. I can't do anything with that because I need an actual company or friends to help me animate it, animate the characters, animate the storyline, the plot, all that. But with this book, I can easily publish it, which I'm about to get to in just a few minutes. And I will tell you all how easy it is to publish. But anyway, back to 12 Summers Gone. Like I said, you will read all of this and more, and the characters are a lot more complex. We go into a greater detail of these characters in this book. For example, Riley Monroe is based off Riley Monroe, the girl character, is based off Gretchen. But unlike Gretchen, we will actually see her come out about her emotions, talk about her issues, her struggles. We will see character development. We will see loss, tears. We will see everything and with her that we did not see in Gretchen. And for example, Dawson Reed is based off McGee, right? And Dawson is a lot like McGee. He's witty, I guess you would say. He's sarcastic. He's funny. He's charming. But he does know how to be serious in those situations, unlike the McGee we know in Camp Lake Bottom. And then you have our main villain. Here's the part I want to get to. We have our main antagonist named Hunter Briggs. He's on the other side of the lake. He's at Camp Crestwood, which is in the same land. It's just right there across the lake, just like in Camp Lake Bottom. But instead of Sunny Smiles or Camp Lake Bottom, it's Camp Pine Lake and Camp Crestwood. And Hunter Briggs is a lot more deceitful and mean than Butt Squat ever was. Because I feel like Butt Squat, if they would have expanded on his character, would have done a lot more heinous actions than what he did in the actual show. And that's what I'm saying. I will say this. Let me just say this right now. You will never see him as a good guy. He never changes. And then you have his dad, Preston Briggs, who owns the whole camp and almost all the town, right? So, corruption, blah, blah. That feeds into the whole corruption aspect of everything. And then towards the way you get to the end and everything comes falling out, but I can't tell you all what it is, but that's where you have to read. But anyways, now that I'm done with that, here's the moment that I've been waiting to tell you all. I want to quickly, and if I can, please remember this too, tell you how to publish your own book, just like me, who's a guy who's about to turn 18, okay? It is so easy. They have never made it easier. First off, if you have your own idea, right? If you have your own OCs and you want to turn that into like an actual plotted novel, right? Here's exactly what you do. It's so easy. You get a regular Google Doc, right? And with that Google Doc, you just simply, you simply write down step by step, like chapters. You write down all the chapters that you want to, in that Google Doc, and format it, at least format it, make it look nice. For me personally, I underline the chapters and bold it and everything. I've been doing that for the past few weeks anyway, trying to make it look nice before I turn 18 and submit it. But yeah, make it look nice, all that, right? Here's what you do. Then you can't do this you can't submit a book unless you do this step right here. Listen closely. what you need to do is, if you got that Google Doc, right, hit the 3 dots on the side if you have mobile, okay? I'm just talking about mobile, but a computer, same thing should be. Hit the 3 dots on the side, right? And go down, scroll down and hit Save As, okay? No, my bad, I'm sorry. Hit Share and Export. Then hit Save As. Then save it as a PDF, okay? And then you're golden. You save it as a PDF, right? And then if you're once you turn 18, or if you're already 18, you have to be 18. That's the only issue. You have to be 18. You go to KDP, right? And KDP Publishing is actually well, you type in like kdp.amazon because it's connected through Amazon. It's really smart how to do it now. You sign in or make an account for free through KDP, right? And then after you sign up, I haven't got this far yet because I'm not 18. But once you signed up, and if you're 18, then it should say, like, it should show your, like, dashboard, and it'll be like, upload something now, or whatever, or create your own book now, publish your first book. And you go and you, like, get to the files part, right? And then you upload that PDF that you have saved way earlier, and what you were converted way earlier. And then you attach that, right? And that's basically it. After that, all you have to do is add the details, like what you want the cover to look like, what you want the back of the book, like, you know how at the back of the book they always put that little biography part at the back of it, like that little detailed summary about the book. Do that. That's all you have to do. Tell what genre it's about so they know how to list it. And after you do that, you tell them what you want to put it as. Like, just say, personally, me, I like the old-fashioned kind of book, so I put hardback book. That's what I do. And what you do after that is you just submit it. That's it. You submit it, and they take a day to review it. And then when someone orders that book, right, not Amazon, they is KDP through Amazon, but they have their, it's connected. So KDP, or the company, I don't even know where it's at, actually, but the company prints your book, right, will do all the work for you, and then ship it off to that person and everything. And they charge you not a single thing to do it. Not a single thing. They don't charge you straight up, like that's what I've done my research. I've gone to all these other publishing places, and they've all told me, oh, you have to pay for the printing, and you have to pay for the bold print, you have to pay for the hardback covers, and you have to pay for the book covers. But no, what they do instead, KDP is really smart. What they do instead is all you do is upload your PDF, right? And they put your words into the pages for you, and then ship it for you. And all they take from you is only if you make a sale, they only take 40%. I'm pretty sure it's what it is, 40%. It can differ, but even then, it's not like you're actually getting money taken away from you unless you sell it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they will ever charge you unless you sell it. And the best part is they promote your book. Because if they don't promote your book, they don't get money either. They're losing money. So it's a win-win for both of you because you're both making money at the same time. Because if you're not, you're both losing it. Which, in the end, it works. Like I said, it's very smart. Very, very smart that they do that now. And like I said, anyone can be an author. I'm telling you right now, anyone can be an author. It's the best. It's so much fun writing books as well and making the characters. Anyways, I hope that this video gave you all a more, like, in further detail about the characters. And I hope what I told you about the whole publishing aspect really, really, really helped you all. I'm glad that I could be here and tell you all the wonderful things about all this. And it's all thanks to all of you, for the ones who stick around and comment regularly and stay on the For You page or stay on shorts. And, like I said, thank you all, really. I would not have gotten this far without any of you. And it really means a lot. So, have a good day. Have a good day, night. I don't know time zones. Wherever you're seeing this. Okay.